Hey, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Alors, tac, le tweet est fait. Tac. Bon, la mage n'est pas terminée. J'ai pas mis la cam. La mage n'est pas finie malheureusement. Mais il y a quelques petits trailers sympathiques à regarder. Là, c'est un peu mieux. Je fais que de ça. Je vais mettre la scène Genshin. Comme ça, je peux mettre ça.
Wow, what a beautiful gem! You should turn it into jewelry.
We should check the grade first. But I can think of a better use for you. Looks like these Saurians don't miss a beat. Time for a test drive.
Yeah, others I'm squeezily freeze, yeah. I'm make sure don't no teaser. Straight, yeah, you should check a meter. I'll last a week or two when you got no idea what to do. Always on my mark, no time, no cues. Shining light, tell me the stage is not for you. With every step I'm taking, every move I make, there's a trail, but I ain't never gonna be afraid. You know I'm wild like that, never can be tamed. Even all this big, watch me skate. Every move I make, there's a trail, but I ain't never gonna be afraid. You know I'm wild like that, never can be tamed. Even on this beat, watch me skate. Oh, it took so long to dig up, and now the phlogiston is gone.
That's for the best. Better lost in the heat of battle than locked away in a jewelry box.
Don't need to look around.
Gems like these are meant to burn.
So much more, down the drain.
Ok. En vrai, j'aime bien. Ça fait un peu dans le même style que League of Legends, là, qui font quand ils font chanter leur perso, tout ça. C'est pas mal.
Ancient names are Natland's generational legacy. They are records of our past and chronicles of our heroes. Behind every echo, a timeless victory. Every canopy, an unseen conflict. And every spring, a heated battle. But from one generation to the next, history can change. The slightest distortion poisons our legacy.
Everyone wants wealth and fame.
Power means you never yield.
Protect others at your peril.
Fact, legacy, and true history. That is what I forge. With the blood of this land. A hero is engraved in stone. Their legacy, immortal in this name. This blessing, forged in flame. Muongozo is complete.
Mongozo. Ok. Il a abandonné sa lame émoussée.
Sometimes it's rainy, sometimes it's cloudy. That's what journey means. Can't see the scene ahead's blurry, but we still must pursue the dream. Travel through the heights and shallows, put on a sturdy shell to face the perils. I hear about your last trace. Love is shining bright in the deep night. Stand up to fight many times and know what's wrong or right. The scars will finally heal. Do not fear the road not taken. The outer is no problem. Do not go gentle in the good night. The day I wanna seize comes with the greetings of the breeze. Will there be bad day? Please tell me. Travel through infinite dusks and dawns, break through the strong tide to reach the other side. I hear about your last trace. Some words are heavy when some words are light. We are like two meteors that miss each other. We'll finally reunite to catch up with the sunlight, with the brightest fire. The memories softly touch my feet. The freedom I wanna seize takes me to another place. At the journey's end, we will
Hmm. Très très bonne cinématique. J'ai bien aimé. En plus avec plein de passages des autres régions, tout ça. Oh, c'était giga cool en vrai. Je vais aller faire un petit pipi. Et puis bah, on va découvrir la mage. Alors, tac. Voilà. Ça lag? Ça passe. Hop. Zinchu, ok, c'est son anniversaire. Les primos de la mage. Annonce. Donc, attention, il y a une mage. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? La quête d'Archon. Voilà. Événement spécial. Mais j'ai déjà fait. Ah oui. Du coup, il y a des drops aussi. Les drops sont activés. Que je vois que j'ai une notif Twitch. Si je fais commencer. Ouais, j'ai tout débloqué. Hop. Ok. Voilà.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one.
Ah. Donc là, les zones à explorer, c'est 69%. Donc c'est un atlan. Il n'y a pas de nouvelle zone?
Got the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to.
Ok, c'est la zone géo et sanctifeux du coup. Que j'ai déjà fait. Faut que je passe à 80%. Pour avoir les 100 jades en plus. Essayer les persos, on fera juste après. Là, les 500 jades si on finit la quête d'Archon. Là, tout ça si on fait l'écho tribal, enfin la chronique tribale de l'enfant des échos. Le nouveau boss qui sert à up Xilonen. On va essayer Xilonen. ça fait la lumière dans les gueules. La compétence élémentaire de Xilonen lui permet d'enfiler ses patins. Ok. Ok. Donc faut qu'il y ait un hydro, enfin. C'est comme Navia. Navia, faut qu'il y ait deux personnages, genre pyro, hydro, cryo, électro. Pour caler 40% d'attaque en plus. Et là, ça diminue la reste élémentaire des ennemis.
Bring it! Letting brave names echo!
Ok.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Leave me alone. Let's do this then!
Eat this!
Out of the way, you get blown away!
Visible evidence!
Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley! Let me weave you a verse.
Boom boom!
Let the mountain's veins boil!
You're toast! Goba, get the breath of the flame!
No, my sword! Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley! Witness the power of Gugwa! Rain out like...
Out of the frying pan, incinerate! Phew. Time for your rain! Eat this!
Letting brave names echo!
Ok. En vrai, plutôt stylé. À voir avec d'autres persos ce que ça donne. Bon là je pense que ma team, je vais faire une team genre quasi mono géo. Mais je sais très bien qu'il faudra que...
It's no your life is mine! Let's light it up! Teamwork is... You're toast! Delicate as silk!
Il faudra que je la mette avec d'autres persos quoi, comme Navia. que je finis pas mes phrases, je trouve trop.
Don't waste my time. Scrub this color. Scatter! Your life is mine. It's nothing.
Help! We did our pay!
I'm going in! Let me out.
C'est qui d'autre qui a? C'est un personnage qui donne comme il est pas dans...
Try not to enjoy the
Holy Peppa! Help! Magical lamp!
come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Ça m'a donné un succès. Ta-na-na-na-na-na.
Absorption test. Animal hypostasis and your pay! Nice and spicy!
Everybody stand back! Do your worst! Hear my prayer! You're exposed!
Where do you think you're going?
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Eat this!
Yield!
Merde. Oupsie.
Absorption test. Animal hypostasis.
Everybody stand!
Boba, get them! You're toast!
Pin them down! We shall prevail!
Lucky today? Come on,
You're exposed!
Nice and spicy. Swirl. Mark 2. Stand clear. Kick.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
you want this?
Hear my prayer! Pin them down!
Animal test 63. Boba, get them!
Everybody stand back! Get out of here!
Out of the way! Enhanced animal module 7.
Grant us your blessing! Too easy!
Ok. Quitter. Je suis pas un grand fan de Candace. Hop. Il me faut... Ouais, c'est bien. Ah, ce que je voudrais faire avant... Ah. Ça c'est nul. Ça c'est pas si dégueu. Ça c'est pareil. Ça si j'ai un perso qui demande des PV par exemple, faut le garder. Ça c'est nul. Ça c'est nul. Ça c'est nul. Ça c'est nul. Ah, ils sont tous niveau 20 ceux-là. Donc ça c'est un peu éclaté. Merde. Ok. Nous y voilà. Eh bien c'est parti. Ok, on a une Dory. C'est collé. Je veux juste voir combien j'ai de pity. 6. Donc là je suis à 16. Donc 26.
Welcome.
Candace. Ah, Candace, j'avais pas, tiens. Je crois qu'il me manque 2 4 étoiles. Enfin, du coup, il me manquait 2 4 étoiles. C'était Candace et Fischl. 36. Non. Deux 4 étoiles. 3 4 étoiles. 4 étoiles. Ouais, si 4 étoiles. Ok. Une bonne multi. Donc là, on monte à 46. Oh, Fischl. Ok, mais j'ai tous les 4 étoiles du jeu maintenant. Suffisait d'en parler. Donc 56. Non. Toujours pas. « 66 » Non. « 76 » ça commence à faire beaucoup. Oh là là. « 77 » 78 79 Ok. Yes, Xilonen.
Hello, I'm
Enfin.
Xilonen from the Children of Echoes. If you'd like me
Un
to
50-50 gagné, enfin.
let me know. But I do have quite the backlog of commissions at the moment, so even if you submit a request.
Maintenant on tente l'arme. De toute façon les deux me conviennent. En plus je pouvais avoir ceux-là que j'ai pas. Bon, je dirais avec une gigapity, quasiment 80 je crois. Mais je suis content, je l'ai. Je n'ai pas raté un troisième 50-50. Ok, la nouvelle lance. Elle est pas mal, en vrai. Je voulais voir... Ok, j'avais vraiment 0. Donc là, je suis à 10, 20. Tente. Euh, 40. Oh, celle-là, je l'avais pas. J'ai plus 50 ou 60 là. Oh, toujours pas. J'ai perdu le compte. Croise. C'est quand même... Bah attends, si j'ai une... 4 étoiles. Bon. Je dois être aux alentours de 55, je pense. Bon, alors. Sucrose. E4. C4. Dori. C5. Collé. C4. Fischl. Et Candace. C1. Bon là il commence à falloir des sorts.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin de Ver...
Elle a oublié son texte.
I feel it.
navigating the world is a
Ok. Bon. En vrai, j'aimerais bien voir les deux épées.
whole lot easier with a few different identities.
Ah, du coup, il y a la chronique tribale ici. Quête prérequise à terminer. Fuck. Voir les détails. Faut que je fasse les quêtes d'Archon. Ok. Je m'en doutais un peu. Ah, c'est l'acte 3. Bah oui. J'ai marqué acte 4. Expérience focalisée. Activé. Je vais changer de team. Voilà. Il y a un atlas, c'est là-bas. Je vais me TP ici. C'est bien. Je ne sais pas où je dois aller. Hop. Ok. Du coup, je dois patienter 2 jours. J'ai eu un succès. Ah oui, c'est vrai. Je comprends pas que ils ont pas fait comme dans les autres régions là où ça nous élève vers le ciel. Quand on est dans les souterrains et tout, je comprends. Mais là, ils auraient pu. Y a rien au-dessus de notre tête. Moi, il faisait trop gris. Ça me plaisait pas.
A blade is. Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Y a quelqu'un.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been...
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commission?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving... So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break. Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do...
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the... Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
Elle parle pas?
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Elle a pas ces dialogues.
Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Xilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names! Paimon still can't believe... Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Ok. Ce que je veux faire. Dépenser mes résines comme ça. Ah. Je peux dire tiens je veux améliorer Xilonen. Il faut ça. Ok. Pas mal.
Ad Astra Abyssa.
Parler à Xilonen. Je ne peux pas voler. Du coup il faut que je trouve un pont. En vrai ce qui me dérange le plus avec elle c'est sa queue. Je ne comprends pas pourquoi elle a une queue. Mais sans quoi, elle est stylée.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too...
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders. No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging...
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name. But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already...
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole... If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough. I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that we need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Nightwind, the one we call Granny Citlali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker Stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and...
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And...
Well, yeah. At the cost of her Spirit Speaker Stone being split.
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the... I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that...
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking.
All right, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say. Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the statue of the...
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Oh, je suis un peu déçu que Kachina n'a pas de voix. Inish n'a pas de voix non plus. Non. C'est faux.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
C'est une
Wait,
quête
so
d'Archon quand même, elle
Archon
aurait
and
dû
the
être bien
Traveler
travaillée,
also know
merde.
about the plan?
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Xilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps.
Citlali knows him too?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Ororon, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Je vais peut-être essayer genre de redémarrer mon jeu.
But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice a...
Voir si je peux choper les dialogues de Kinish et Kachina quand même, parce que...
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts?
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the...
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days. Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you.
Je vais redémarrer mon jeu. Ce n'est pas normal que je n'ai pas les dialogues de Kinish et Kachina. Le jeu a l'air moins buggé. Déjà il ne crache plus quand je le ferme. Hop, Genshin Impact. Ce serait triste. En plus là je crois que je vais partir dans une phase de quête avec Kachina et Kinish. Si j'ai pas leur dialogue, ça va être chiant. Ça va être comme une quête du monde nulle. Peut-être mon jeu il est cassé. Toum 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 toum. Ok. Je dois attendre le surlendemain matin. C'est pas le matin. Là, c'est le matin. Quoi? C'est peut-être là le matin, je sais pas. C'est que c'est genre matin, midi, après-midi, soir. Mais laissez-moi jouer, pitié, pitié, pitié. Mais... Mais...
Oh, it's time to meet up with Xilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Avatar. Ah ouais, je dois avoir du coup Xilonen, Candace et Fischl.
Hey, Xilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too...
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanichi a response? Guess she...
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us, but let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person...
That's true. Let's go!
Putain, c'est dur de trouver le matin. 6h du matin, c'est quand la nuit pour eux.
Paimon doesn't see anybody.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along. Unlike that old hag Granny Citlali, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter! Seriously, if she didn't want to come... If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old...
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't
mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my barks were.
Huh? Citlali.
Wait, you're Citlali? You're...
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that... your case seems really... You know, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Citlali. So if you're upset, you can...
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part, no? But, of course... It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology, only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the
On dit
whole
qu'elle fait
story.
avec plein de saves sur la langue, du coup ça fait...
Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed?
When the Masters of the Night Winds say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself.
Anyway, Xilonen, I heard that you require my help in...
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Genre la boîte Xilonen elle est bien, elle est smooth.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Ororon. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Ororon back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong. Huh? Don't move.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Ah, shoo! Ah, that should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a...
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Xilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Ororon back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to the Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the Lord...
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, but I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance.
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with Citlali to track down...
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it...
Je vais toutes les buter. C'est dans mes compétences.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Ororon's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, and interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must... In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage... I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But...
You can count on us!
Alright, then let's start by heading to where Ororon...
Take it easy.
Je vais aller chercher mes récompenses de quête, comme ça j'aurai plus le truc.
Ad Astra Abyssa. Thank you for complete.
Encore assez pour faire un bœuf. C'est dommage qu'on n'a pas les autres tribus.
This is the spot.
Je vais aller voir, mon chien chouine beaucoup, il a un truc, je vais aller voir.
An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to
Mon
believe
chien voulait
me,
faire pipi.
but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no...
Didn't Kaleech say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place. Oh well, let's keep looking. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail?
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't here, give me...
Elle est cryo, elle.
Huh? How about now?
What do you see? Whoa,
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short...
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the when I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck.
Après, je la trouve assez stylée comment elle est habillée.
Citlali might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What? What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns, but given the... Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm...
Huh?
Encore.
Was that Citlali's...
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident.
Okay.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there. Yeah, judging by Paimon.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here.
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Ororon was... We've got to find him. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was if they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well.
Take it easy.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Tu vois, ils nous ont pas campé
Wait a
tous les 10 mètres quand
second.
même.
The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense.
It's about time that little brat said something nice. There are signs of a struggle, judging from what's left on the scene. There must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another
Given there are two signals leading from here, we should I'll take this direction, and leave the... Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little...
And off she goes! Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response. So you were thinking the same thing! Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear... She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different... Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Did you find something? Huh. So we can't tell where our... That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't... But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know we...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth. I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as and given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the night. Hello, traveler. I'm Ororon, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration.
It was I who tasked Ororon with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding!
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground?
Citlali! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere? Don't worry, we can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell...
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. In any case, let's take a bit more time. Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Ororon is probably being...
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the cloud. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Ah, c'est ce camp-là.
Look over there.
Huh? I don't think she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Ororon. So he really was taken by the...
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun. Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you.
Huh?
Wow. I'm going...
Citlali is struggling to control her temper.
Are you ready? On my count. Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Our bond is strong.
Things are about to get dicey.
Take flight.
Out of my way!
Whirling snow.
Quietly now.
Ororon!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eatsley, but it's still kind of...
And greetings to you too. Gramps?
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured...
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling...
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just, Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me... Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Ororon? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who...
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be long...
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next...
Next time? Oh, good one. They didn't hurt you.
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay. Now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after...
Yes.
So why did you...
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your... Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Ororon, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, Once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the pyro...
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots.
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
Wow.
I see. So Ororon came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Ororon was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for...
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Ororon, please...
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least...
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. Once Ororon is settled, I'll go talk to Xilonen and get started on forging an...
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Come with me, Ororon. We've got to find...
Goodbye, Gramps.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What is it? What? That captain? Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in... Oh, that Ororon. What is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never get all that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice all... Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want... We still have another whole day before the meet...
Attendez le lendemain 20h. Oh, pile poil. Elle attraperait. Je me mouche encore.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap. What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't
I'm terribly sorry. It's just...
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's back.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
well, I could. It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character. Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, if we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid. I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable, and once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistake. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching.
Something? Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
Citlali?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Ororon? Colluding with the Fatui? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really...
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh! And now you're talking back. Well, go on.
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you I'll...
Wait, Citlali! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain is... So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Listen well, Ororon. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can just... In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake? Why did you help the captain? And I want... No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different... Really? You're just going... Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing.
Why is he...
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this. You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's...
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me! Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables!
Who's Aoife? A deliver-
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Ororon, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed...
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm uncertain.
That's not it, Granny. I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Ororon! Where have you...
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've gotta go.
Get back here this instant! Ororon! What is this?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting. Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan...
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, Ororon probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Ah, that brat. We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time.
Prochain Ayaka dans les marches.
Take it easy.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
Really? You're not gonna take her... that's right. Citlali has gotten a lot quieter since Ororon ran away. He's right. We're seasoned adventurers, so we're more than...
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and...
Are you sure?
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent.
Sure, that's fine with us, but... Paimon doesn't...
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Un steak grillé bien juteux.
Take it easy.
Comment ça, boire des bouteilles de vin?
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each...
D'accord. Elle est bourrée.
But Paimon only sees one...
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp...
Do you think she's drunk?
There you go, miss. Oh my! It's not every day you get to see Granny Itzli.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have! Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Citlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody.
Wait, so you call her Granny?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny. I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no...
Ok.
Citlali? Citlali?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skill.
Are you still with us, Citlali?
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shaman. I mean, come on. Monster?
Granny Citlali, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you. Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him. That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open?
Behind this pitch black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke,
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point.
Is this another specialty of the master?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily...
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh? Traveler?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Hang on, just...
Phew.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
Are you feeling okay?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right?
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame. I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it.
Actually, about that.
Huh?
Yeah.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic. Take a walk with me. I have...
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
Bon. Oh. C'était en dessous. 10 000 moraux. Vache.
Well, great view, right?
Wow, it's beautiful!
You're...
Oh no, what'd you do?
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual
Oh, putain, les
conversation.
cinématiques.
It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right, I don't usually open up to the I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long, it might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her.
Well, you are
Elle me fait penser à
powerful.
Foxone.
Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you.
Mais c'est bizarre aussi qu'elle soit violette. Qui fait plus penser genre à Electro. Mais qu'en fin de compte c'est un perso de glace.
What about you? Are you scared of me?
We don't find you scary at all.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe.
We believe you. Xilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Ororon didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Ororon's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Ororon and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Ororon's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and no one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Ororon's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Ororon into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Ororon would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Now, you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls, the ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Ororon would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using... It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my... The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Ororon would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But he asks this question.
Wait, what?
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Ororon has a strong ability to perceive souls. More than any of us. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Ororon into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back. You don't look so good, Citlali. Maybe you should head back.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard. You've helped me so much already.
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to...
Good point. Well,
En vrai, la meilleure
I'll
chose à
go
faire,
home and get some sleep.
c'est de dégueuler un bon coup et
We
après
can
tu te sens
figure
mieux.
out our next move in the morning. Friends. I like the sound of that.
Ororon's probably back with the captain, don't you think? You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told? Yeah, you're right. But she's probably asleep. We can find...
Est-ce que c'est toujours l'acte 3? On continue.
Take it easy.
C'est tout, j'utilise les matchs contents.
Well, guess we should see what's going on.
Les Yumkazor.
You're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive. Especially after all the...
Let's not bring up last night. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from... I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss, including the Masters of the Nightwind.
The Abyss attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious. The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here. I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take response. I was the one who vouched for him, but I should be able to convince them to let me go back to... As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Xilonen right away. Don't worry. Thank you.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be real. Oh, looks like a lot of people are heading...
Rendez-vous au stade.
Take it easy.
Bah. Bah super. Bon, Shaska et elle.
Traveler over here. Perfect.
Molani a sa voix déjà.
Outlander has appeared.
Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole Star Outlander thing?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got
Ça,
a
c'est la
real
sœur de Shaska.
emergency on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills.
Alright, but can we get a quick rundown of the situation?
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty. the Masters of the Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild.
Yes, and the attacks are increasing in frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now. But I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck. Chaska and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon.
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me.
What about you, Mulalani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? We could go together. Yeah, that does sound important. No worries. Just leave the Who knows? Maybe yours truly will have the Abyss on the run by the time you're finished. That would be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe gets through okay. It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that bodybuilding for nothing.
Let's part ways here for now. And most importantly...
Oh, and some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my...
Koichi, do we really have to do this now?
It's all right. Let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Arc.
Oh, it's you two. As you can see, things are not looking good right now. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So
That's all right. We're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
what?
What?
So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn. I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy... The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history. Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing given the enormity of the price. It's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win. Now it's true, both plans come at a risk. But after weighing our options, this is our best bet. Natlan is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account. Having a contingency plan is our duty. Not just to the people of Natlan, but to all who live still. This has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very...
Oh, one more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But it seems like our only path forward is to track him down. So he... Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me. Even if just for a second.
Not even a little! We would never... Wait, what are you talking...
Just... maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter... So now that you have your answer...
You scared Paimon.
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mawika. It's what all my friends call me, and I like it that way. As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer then.
That's great! sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacked, don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available—
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful— No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines. I just think there's strength in numbers. If the people— Anyway, even if we respond to the— I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating consequences. I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now, I just need to find the right time to
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
Yes, but
Alright, we should head out. Maybe we
no need.
Oh, l'acte 3, il est super long. Moalani et Kashina ont déjà réglé le problème. C'est quoi ça? Oh. Oh, y'a Pascal.
Over here, to safety.
Kachina, how many people do you...
Kachina n'a toujours pas de...
What's the situation?
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help. We need to rescue them as—
We'll go together.
Kachina, Moalani, Xilonen. Pas mal. Mais laissez-moi les tabasser.
Stay
D'accord.
safe. We've got this.
Dust!
Let her rip!
All right. Let the mountain's veins boil!
Clear the area! Catch an epic wave! Whoosh! Amazing! Off we go!
Terra smash!
Let's ride! Surf's up! Check this out! Best of luck!
I really thought I was done for. I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the Abyss—
That should be the last abyssal pylon near the Children of Echo. By the way, where's Citlali? I thought she would come.
The Masters of the Night Wind also got attacked, so she went back to help her truck.
Yeah, that makes sense. The attacks are more urgent. Alright, this isn't a good place to talk.
Toujours à la quête. Acte 3.
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh, I should have got here soon.
The Abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. Before long, Kachina brought over a whole group of warriors, and just like that, we destroyed several pylons. You mean the situation in the Night Kingdom, right? Yeah, I feel the same way. We've managed to keep it a secret all this time, but it's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse, but...
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time. Keep pushing, everyone.
You really are an eternal optimist, Mualani.
Why, thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the crisis, but...
And somehow the captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it. Honestly, if he has the same information as us, I can't really blame him.
We talked to Malika before we left the stadium. And, well, it makes sense. If that was truly the better
Yeah, I trust the Pyro Archon. When I was upset about Kachina's disappearance, she was really sincere. Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Kachina.
La voix de Citlali et celle de Mualani, c'est la même, non?
Even a single person's life.
J'ai l'impression que c'est la même.
When it comes to Natlan's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seems like she wasn't holding any...
The next question is, if the captain found a new way to save...
this is all super...
We still don't have enough information. Once we figure out what the Fatui are doing, well...
Let's head back then. Malika said her intelligence officers should... With how many Fatui there are, someone's bound to give something away.
Sounds good. I have a few theories of my own. With a bit more information, we just might get to the bottom.
I was just about to ask. Count me in. If I was just a bit faster, we could have prevented a few people from getting hurt. People who could help us in the next battle. Registered? Nah. I'll just follow you around. You know, go where you go, do what you do. You got it. I just don't want to make the trip back. It's so far. All right. See you all later.
Oh, you bet!
I'm fine. No.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
The Fatui?
Calm down and let me explain. Here's what happened.
les Fatui combattaient les pylônes aussi. Ce serait logique parce que l'abîme doit s'attaquer à tout le monde.
Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the abyss? No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers. Over there.
You're right. That's a traveling group from Natlan. Could they be trading? Let's keep observing for now.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of abyss monsters all over Natlan, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes.
Thank you so much. I wish there was something...
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help. If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by...
Oh, okay.
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed. Nonetheless, the decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet, we would have employed a harsher method.
Got it. We'll get...
Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the Pyro Archon is looking...
Exactly. Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't sense an ulterior... I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save Natlan. But based on what we just saw...
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui.
It's too early to say. Let's...
So this is where they were headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all sides.
Koichi, wait for me here.
Oh, no you don't. How are you planning to get through?
Look, I can use this terrain to my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around, I doubt they'll see me coming.
We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't find cover? You won't have anyone to watch your back if you...
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if that intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already at your I'm confident I can protect myself.
I can.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a... You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble.
All right. If we start arguing, this will never end. We can't...
Guess that means I win. Don't worry, you're not the only capable young person from our tribe.
All right, same plan as usual. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
Fatui have eyes all over this place. I should wait for Koichi's signal. Now. Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get. I need... Good. I made it without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal. That's it. Now's my chance.
It's no use staying in one place. I should keep moving. Looks like Chaska is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal. Time to move. Whew. That was close. Probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance. Now's my chance.
Tu grimpe bien aux arbres.
I made it! Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait, I've got it!
Huh? What's that noise? Did something explode? What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing? I could ask you the same thing!
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. They've probably the people on the hill over there left to help their comrade. Come get me, Chaska. I hope she gets this hand signal.
That's Koichi's signal. Smart idea. Give me your hand, quick.
Coming! I checked, and this way is completely clear. It should...
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Well, I was pretty helpful, right? You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me, not my own...
I was wrong, Koichi.
Wait, you're just gonna admit it?
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll... Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many...
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day. And even...
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for. Took us long enough. Come on, let's get this thing back.
Back? Back where? Should we keep...
You really want to keep going?
Of course! We make a good team to...
What was this?
Uh-oh. We've been spotted.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What?
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. They'd collected several identical pieces of some... It looked like they were waiting, though.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them...
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble while we were fighting, right? So, my
You've done very well. I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
I know. I'm already reflecting on my actions.
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the source mechanism. The device is a complete mystery, even to us.
I have no idea. But it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Xilonen. I need you to gather every scholar in Natlan familiar.
I'll get right on.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are gifts from your patients waiting at the speaker's chamber. I've prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude.
My patience. That's so nice of them.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for Natlan.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crack,
I accept.
What am I gonna do with you?
there's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yummy snack!
Oh, l'acte 3. Je peux peut-être sortir par là.
What's next for you two?
I'm taking Koichi home. With our parents there to keep an eye on her. I can make sure
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two. There's no need to go all the way home.
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal until you collapse. What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I let you rest in a hotel, you're not gonna rush out the minute you hear the alarm?
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, but I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no matter how hard or tiring the... I guess you're right.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you...
I do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your...
The two of you are the same, you know?
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident. Oh...
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said anything.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong.
Plus, I guess we are similar in some way. We're family. I can't help it if my...
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
Neither of us are really the type to back down. So we'll always have our differences.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize I was right.
Be my guest. Come on. See you later, Traveler and Paimon.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your
Au
family.
revoir.
You two.
Huh. Those two will probably make up for real. Well, we've learned a lot. Let's go over everything.
Sorry for popping up.
Why do you look so awkward? Oh, is there something?
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to make up for it.
Awesome! Just give us your...
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting?
Oh, yeah. You mentioned how Ororon has always wanted to save Natlan. Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Ororon is probably back with the captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, Ororon came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our...
What? He came back?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way he can back out now. Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to Natlan as a whole.
I'm not surprised you let him go at all.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time. Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him, so he made sure to keep his distance. I kept an eye out for a good opportunity, but it never came. All these years of calling me Granny, and I couldn't do a single thing.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Besides, Ororon is my apprentice. He might have a future.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look. Remember how I said Ororon's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I created to keep it, and this gem is what makes the talisman work. It just so happens that Ororon is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him. You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things. Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Ororon would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't, but I can. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique...
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Aurora.
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I...
That's amazing, Citlali. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can find... I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me?
That's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop, but if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger. I don't scare that easy. Still, if I back away from the... I don't
On y va?
care, and I won't blame him.
You sure you'll be okay? We can...
Did you just say you'll come?
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because...
You... fine. You can...
Don't worry, we're professional...
Then I place my... Alright, time to sneak into... you heard it? Are you ready?
Oh. Nouvel écran de chargement.
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future. And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Hey! How's it going, Ororon?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okandi?
Can't complain. What you up to? Naming your...
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Only if... By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chaska's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden. I hope you two didn't...
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming. That's pretty amazing.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just...
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all... If you run into them, be...
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind.
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, one everyone's calling a big D.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying, and now he's leaving? He gave up? Hey! At least tell me why.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning.
J'ai faim.
They've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule.
The situation has seen no true improvement.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him, but it doesn't seem he's strong. I can tell. There's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way.
What is it?
My lord,
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that? How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's...
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. However, there's no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss?
Ce qui est bizarre, c'est que dans la cinématique, il a déjà son œil divin. Et son œil divin, il porte le symbole des Fatui.
I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates refer to him as the captain. I've never heard of him before. And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual.
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately.
Yes, sir!
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there.
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly...
This nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do? They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top? Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines, it's faint. Like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to...
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here.
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast.
And yet, one of those very beasts.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So, I felt like...
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my... So, we're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my...
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange? Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Citlali, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub. And the Wyub...
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you...
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul. A sense of...
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plot.
On va avoir tous ces souvenirs. Aïe.
I see. Interesting approach.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Traveler, Paimon.
Paimon's fine, just,
Of course. I'm so mad at him. After everything, he still can't let go of the past. For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Stubborn, self-righteous fool. Where's that gonna get him? Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Anyway, back to what we just saw.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to... What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But how does that help with the abyss?
The loom of fate?
Oh, it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, it's a device from Conrio that has unbelievable power. Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, Everyone in Natlan will be affected. Oh, this is big.
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Ororon's memory proves that.
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan?
Yes, she needs to know a...
Oh non, mais laissez-moi. Ok, c'est fini. J'ai passé les 800 succès. Bon, il n'y a rien qui a été rajouté. Oh, une 4 étoiles. Je peux en acheter encore un. Bon, je viens de faire... « 8h48 », il y a 1 heure de décalage, non? 10, 15, 20... 55, c'était bien ça. Donc là, je suis à 58. Ok. Ça. Bon, eh bien c'était pas mal. On a eu Xilonen. Je suis content. On a eu des bonnes multis avec 3, 4 étoiles. J'ai eu Fisher et Candace, les 2 4 étoiles qui me manquaient. Donc ouais. Ce live, si jamais vous voulez le voir, est disponible sur YouTube. En rediffusion. Bon, pas tout de suite. Celui-là sera probablement fin novembre, début décembre. Je commence à avoir de l'avance. Bon, après c'est cool. Enfin, je commence à avoir de l'avance. J'ai que 1 mois en fait. Enfin, j'arrive vers les 2 mois, mais... Bon, voilà. Je vais me lire du Twitter aussi pour avoir toutes les rediffusions de live. Et puis voilà. Sur ce, il ne me reste plus qu'à vous souhaiter une bonne journée. Un bon appétit. Moi, j'aime me faire à manger. Et puis du coup, voilà. Ce soir, j'essaierai de me connecter pour faire quelques petits shorts, des tirages. C'était pas mal. Donc ouais. Sur ce, passez une bonne journée et à vendredi, peut-être. Allez, ciao ciao.